This video is for trading on Friday, March 13th. Friday the 13th. Hey, we know futures trading can be extremely risky, right? Friday the 13th, futures trading risky. Friday the 13th, futures trading risky. Just so that you know, let's move forward. All right, traders, so what's in this video? Why I wanted to get it to you very quickly is because I showed you in my last video that we had a couple of charts that were starting to point towards a possible bottoming in the emini S&P. Based on the June contract, I was looking for S&P to get to 2026 through 2020. And on the dip, the S&P actually got down to 2030, somewhere around 2030, right? We got down to 2030 was the actual versus June. So this is what we were looking for on a dip in the S&P. As I told you recently, 2026 to 2020, it actually only got down to 2030, and we started to rally today on Thursday, and that's why I'm bringing this video to you. I see the Omni turning. The Omni has a green arrow, so let's see what color arrow pops here. Oh, no. Omni has a green arrow for trading on Friday, and I have to say green arrows are much, much more exciting than anything else out there. So Omni's got a green arrow for trading on Friday, right? Omni goes green, and I'm loving it, and I'll show you why in just a moment. So the Omni is green for trading on Friday, March 13th, 2015. All right, traders, so let's get right into this. Green Omni, let's hope it stays that way. We're starting off green. This chart shows you, and this is called Chart Masterpiece, and this is one of many chart masterpieces, or MASTERPII, if you will, that I have put together. So I'm going to call tonight's video Chart MASTERPII. We'll make up some sort of a name, an acronym. Chart MASTERPII is going to be the name of tonight's video. So a couple of chart masterpieces in there. This is one of them. This shows you the Dow Jones Transportation Average on a daily bar. It also shows you my OTAPMA, the Omni Trading Academy's proprietary moving average. And it will show you that each time we dip into the average, we make a new high. Dip into the average, it doesn't last long, make a new high. Dip into the average, make a new high. Dip into the average, the only time we had a major dip, but it still got back and made a new high. Dips into the average, attempts a new high, but comes back to the average. Slightly different, but the average is still rising, not falling. Let's expect a new high. So we are absolutely one of the reasons why we've got a green Omni and we're going for the upside on Friday is the chart you see right before your eyes. And if you ask me, this is a chart masterpiece. Look at this chart, soak it in. Very interesting chart. So, and these numbers pertain to the S&P, of course, not to what you're looking at now. So we'll grab these up and we'll move them along. So, traders, let's take a look at another chart now. I think you'll find this one interesting as well. This is a chart that was in my video 2 nights ago, and I left it exactly like this with a question mark sitting here. And I said, traders, listen, usually a dip into OTAPMA is very short-lived, and I pointed it out. Short-lived, 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 short-lived. Here we are going into OTAPMA. What do you think will happen? And here is the update since that video 2 nights ago. Bingo, bango, traders. There it is. Right before your eyes, it held and is starting to rally. Very nice, right? You got to love it. So OTAPMA holds right there. Let's go and see another chart also that I think you found in my last video, video number 1292. And that would be this pretty little chart. Another chart masterpiece, making this chart MASTERPII. Traders, I showed this to you and I said, look, you know this chart. It's a good old friend of ours. The market held here first time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time. It held 6 times. It held the 7th time. Got through it, but only for a quick period. Went right back up. Held an 8th time, held a 9th time, so we counted this as a loss. You've got 9 and 1. I put this before your eyes and said, what do you think will happen? And I left a question mark. Now let's go see what happened. And the traders so far, if I add in what happened since the last video, this would be it. Boom, look what happened. You got right about to the average and ran back up and settled up here. So for now, for the meantime, we are going to call this hold number 10. Now, I'm not going to change this to 10 wins and 1 loss because let's let the week end. Let's let Friday end. But so far, fantastic reason to think it's going to hold. So traders, we've got a green Omni. Remember this vision because this vision is absolutely, positively perfect. And I think it will continue to work again. So traders, here it is, the Dow Jones Transportation Average. Every time we dip into OTAPMA, it gains its legs and goes back up for a new high. Let's expect that to happen until somehow this pattern stops repeating itself. Until then, this repeating pattern we will use to get long the markets for Friday. Of course, we would never, ever trade without a stop. We know that a stop is absolutely, unequivocally necessary for every trade. So always put your stops in. Never trade without them. Whether you think they're going to work or not, they are the only thing that will work when you personally freeze. Put your stops in. Put them in first. Come on down to livewithoscar.com. And always remember to keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things I can do to tell you to help yourselves with that emotion is to say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Traders, thank you so much for watching these videos. Come on down to livewithoscar.com and I will see you there.